Right, I'm going to teach you how to make a classic frangipane, so almond cream. For me, a frangipane is one of those essential pastry sauces that you need to know how to make. If you can make a frangipane, you can make a pastry cream, crème pâtissière, ganache, buttercream, really essential sauces like pillars in French patisserie. So let's go and make a classic frangipane. So a frangipane recipe, it's what we call a pound recipe, so that the same amount of ingredient, of different ingredients all put together. So you decide of the way. Here it's 100 gram. It will be 100 gram of all the other ingredient, plus incorporation of flour, not in the same amount, and today a bit of lemon zest. But I would say same amount of butter, sugar, those two cream together, then incorporation of the egg, same amount, same weight, and at the end incorporation of your ground almonds. And to finish, the flour and the zest, so they can help, or the flour will help to increase the binding of your frangipane. So let's start. A bowl, a spoon. Your butter needs to be really soft. Okay, you can sort of even put it in a warm place so it starts to get very, very soft. That's going to really shorten your creaming, because I'm going to cream that butter, unsalted butter, so 100 gram of unsalted butter with caster sugar, 100 gram. You could put light brown sugar if you wanted to, for a more pronounced flavor, but it will be along the same line, creaming the two together. Okay, you could use a whisk, but I think a spoon works better because you're not going to trap your frangipane in the wire of your whisk. A nice action there, so it's nicely creamed together. Okay? That's why if your butter is soft, it's going to be much, much easier. Okay, something like that, nice, fluffy, sort of pale yellow color. Then I'm going to add my egg, okay? So it's going to be one a little bit at a time. I'm going to recenter my butter and sugar so it's not all over the place, and it can be fully mixed with the rest of the ingredients. So let's start with the egg. 100 gram of egg, so it's 2 medium-sized eggs. A medium-sized egg in baking is 50 gram, 25 white, 25 yolk. I'm going to start by putting a little bit. There we are. And slowly incorporating it to my butter and sugar. It's gone, a little bit more. Now, if you were putting all of your egg at once, I think your butter and sugar, or your butter would start splitting. And so you really treat this like the beginning of a sponge when you cream your butter and sugar and you add your egg a little bit at a time. You don't have to go a trickle at a time, you can go a quarter at a time, but gradually. Here we go. Another bit. Oh, don't worry if in the process it was splitting. Your ground almond and your flour are going to bring all this together. So don't be too scared when you're putting or pouring your eggs over your sugar and butter. That's it, good. The rest of my eggs. Still holding together, not splitting, so that's a good sign. But as I said, if it does, it's not a problem. Nice, fluffy. Now it's time for my ground almond and my flour. So ground almond, 100 grams. Really, my flour will be far less. If you were putting the same amount of flour than the rest, you would end up with a dough. So it's a question of a tablespoon, no more than that. Okay? It's ground almond classically, but you could stray from the ground almond and have maybe pistachio, so quite intense, or maybe half pistachio, half almond. You could try an hazelnut, ground hazelnut frangipane. That would work nicely as well. There we go. I'm going to put the two together, mixing them quickly, and then they can go at once on top of my egg, butter and sugar. And I'm going to simply work that flour and almond into my butter. And then I'm going to add a lemon zest, or quarter of a lemon zest for that quantity. That's what we do at Bread. We like to give it a bit of an edge. That's going to add a little bit of sharpness to something which is very, very rich and sweet. You could put also in there, if you wanted to, some almond essence or vanilla essence, or you could add to your frangipane a little bit, maybe a cupful of dark rum for a very flavored frangipane. So you see, very easy, but absolutely fundamental in patisserie. You know how to make it, use it. Right, so now when you've got your almond cream, how do you keep it? So it's an egg-based sauce, so you don't want to leave it at room temperature forever. When it's made, you can put it straight in the fridge, and you can keep it in your fridge for a bit like my pastry cream, 3-4 days max, but you can also freeze it. It does freeze very well. When you defrost it or when you take it out of the fridge, it's always good to make it nice and smooth again. Essential filling, and you're going to find it in a lot of cakes. So galette des rois will be puff pastry and a nice layer of frangipane inside, Bakewell tart, so sitting on a nice layer of jam, raspberry jam. You can use it in the French pear tart, so poche pears, finely sliced and fan out on a bed of frangipane. Lovely. So a lot of uses.